on a Wednesday. My name's Kait.
And I am behind the camera. I'm Mariana.
Mariana. I'm so excited she's here with me. We're going to wait for a few minutes until people get on. And Eileen, if you're there, or Penny, you're usually our first people to join. If you can tell me that you can hear me, that would be great.
Yes.
And we'll just wait a little bit. It's a really nice day out. It's like not hot.
What? I mean, if you look at the temperature, it's like 85.
Why does it not
but
feel
then
hot?
it doesn't feel hot.
I'm enjoying it.
Hi, Penny.
Penny's here. Can you hear me, Penny?
We got a yes. It sounds like we can be heard.
Okay. I'm going to try and talk loudly, even though it does not come very naturally to me to do that.
No, we've got the most quiet talkers in the shop right now trying to do a video.
Okay, so what minute are we at?
We are at 1 minute.
1 minute. What do you think? Do we have anybody commenting?
Yes. We've got a couple people in saying hi.
All right. Alrighty then. So I have a funny story that I helped a friend move this weekend, and I got to watch Bluey for the first time.
You've never seen Bluey
I've never
before?
seen it.
Oh, it's such a charming show.
It was so cute. The kids were like, "You're laughing a lot at this," and I was like, "Well, it's funny." Okay, let's get started, I think. So you may have noticed that I'm not Linda. I'm Kait. Linda is in Alaska, of all places.
Lucky her.
What? She's on a cruise with her family. They're having a big family adventure, and I'm really happy for them. And I'm sure we'll hear all about it when Linda's back on the live on August 18th.
Yes.
She will be back in the store on Wednesday, August 13th. So mark your calendars if you need to come see her. Let's see. So we're getting ready for the shop hop this week.
Yes. Penny just said she's so excited for the shop hop.
All right. Hopefully you've got your passports and your bags. I just want to let you know about the special hours because every shop is going to have the same hours this year so that there's no confusion. And that means that we are going to be open on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Whoa. Days that we are not normally open, we are going to be open. Sunday is going to be 11 to 4. That's August 10th. Monday and Tuesday, regular hours, 10 to 5. On Monday, August 11th, we're going to do another live at 12:30 while we're open. We're open right now. So if shoppers come in, Mariana's going to ditch the tripod and help everyone out. And I'm just going to keep talking. So I just want to let you know that we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 shops this year. Knit New Haven, Village Wool, and South Glastonbury, Knit and Pearls in Avon, Connecticut, U&U Fibers in Windsor, Connecticut, us, of course, in Northampton, and new this year in Brattleboro is going to be Wonderland Yarns.
Wow.
Very excited about that. And Green Mountain Spinnery in Putney, and the Woolly Thistle. They came by last week to pick up 3 huge bags of prizes.
Yes, I saw those bags.
So we are going to have
tripping over them.
so many prizes to give away. Speaking of prizes, ours are going to be in this, if you want to pan over. No? Okay, I'm going to slide it over. In this fantastic crystal bowl. I love glass bowls.
Yes.
It's just, I don't know why. Yes. But this is going to be overflowing with prizes. And we also decided to give you the prize in our shop hop bags that we have from previous years. So you're getting like bags on bags on bags. So,
something you always need more of as a knitter.
Exactly. So that's where the prizes will be. And, you'll enter the raffle, and if you visit all 8 stores, you get to fill out the grand prize entry. There's going to be 3 big prizes. And the other thing that you will get if you visit all 8 stores and purchase all 8 of the Happy sticker and stitch marker. Okay, what is this? This is called a side quest.
A side quest.
Mm-hmm. So these stickers were made, this one kind of fell over, but these are from Happy, and the designs were made especially for our summer vacation shop hop. So each store will have something a little bit different, but it's all garden themed, and ours is the watering can because we have a bunch of plants in the window and we water with a watering can, so we thought that would fit. And this year we are doing plant hangers as our free patterns. And so we've got plants hanging in the window. And yeah, so if you purchase the Happy sticker and stitch marker set at each shop, I think you have to show like an Instagram post or proof that you got them all.
Yes, it's an Instagram post.
And you tag I-91 Shop Hop. Then you will receive the official I-91 Shop Hop sticker and stitch marker set.
Special prize.
Special. So I love that we're doing a side quest, and we're gonna have tons of prizes. And if you have any more questions, you can visit i91shophop.com. It's a website just about the I-91 Shop Hop, or I-91 Shop Hop on Instagram. Okay, let's move on to some of the cute stuff on the table. Okay, first I want to talk about the Hardicraft kits. Should I show them or should I show my dragon?
Let's show your dragon first.
Okay, so we've actually got two made. So this is the one I've been working on. This is Syl the Dragon. I think it's short for Sylvia or Sylvia.
I honestly think it might just be Syl.
Just Syl the Dragon.
They are so cute.
I've been just pinning them together, all the pieces. This is going to be for my nephew, Logan. My brother just had a baby, and this was supposed to be their welcome to the world gift, and they are turning 1 on September 1st.
Isn't that the way it goes?
Yes, but it's not even going to be like given to him because it's got all these small pieces. It's gonna just go on his bookshelf.
Right.
And he's gonna look at it and wonder, what is that? And then when he gets older, he gets to play with it. And so this is gonna have arms, wings, a tail with purple spines.
So cute.
So freaking cute. I had a lot of fun making this because it's kind of like, for me, crochet is my second craft.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I just follow the directions like it's a mystery. Like, okay, I'm just gonna do exactly what it says, and oh my gosh,
You're not quite sure how it's gonna work out.
I've got like 2 nostrils now. Like, what is that? And the kit comes with everything that you need, all of the yarn, the stuffing, and the eyes. However, you do need to procure your own hook.
Yes.
And we have those here at the store. And these are the directions. It's a little daunting. You can blow them up at the printers.
The reason they're so small is they're in several languages.
Yeah, there's like French and German.
They have a few.
Spanish. So just ignore all that.
Yes, and there are knit kits as well. I'm making, there's one called Lore Lamb. It's a little sheep. And that is the one that I have half finished at my house. And I wish that I had known that we were talking about the kits today because I would have brought it in.
Okay, Monday we'll show your Laura Lamb in whatever state it's in.
Very half finished.
Okay. So one of the new ones that we got in that Linda couldn't not make, she just had to rip it open and make it, was Tina the chicken. And here's how the kit looks. It's got all the stuff inside. And this is the cutest little thing in the world. Is it an egg?
It looks like a chicken coming out of an egg. That's so charming.
I love it. It's got like the little dangle thing.
Yeah.
It's got the little nose. So cute. It can fly. So we've got Tina the chicken, and let's show you some of the other really cute ones. I kind of died over the sloth
The sloth is very cute.
I love sloths. They hold a special place in my heart.
Meanwhile, my favorite off of this, all of the new ones, I think.
Which one?
Olga Elephant.
Yes.
She's so darling. Look at her little dress.
That one has been requested, actually.
Has it really?
Yeah, so that one is popular. I feel like having an elephant stuffy is very, like, classic somehow.
That makes sense.
Okay, here's for some non-classic ones. This one just makes me chuckle. This one has been around for a little while. The banana, I mean, it's hanging. Banana hanger.
Yeah, they're like little keychains.
Banana keychain. I don't know why bananas are so popular, but they are. So, they came out with a whole fruit set. We've got the banana, strawberry, so freaking cute. We got a pear, an often overlooked fruit. It's so cute, right?
It really is.
Like, oh, it's so cute. And then we've got 2 cherries, little buddies, together. And then we've got a couple more. The melon.
Perfect for the summertime.
I was just eating watermelon before the live.
Yeah, I've been eating so much watermelon lately.
It's so cute. And then we've got the lemon. Now, I have lemon stitch stoppers, and they make me laugh every time because it's that cliche, right? You make something good out of lemons.
Right.
But I used to say, like, when life gives you lemons, just eat them. They're good. They taste good. So imagine having, like, you don't even maybe have to put the keychains on, but imagine having, like, a bowl of smiling fruit on your dining room table, just, like, to make, like, your meals really fun. I don't see why not. Okay. And if you want to make something else that's small, we do have the little birds. And I think there was another color.
Yeah, there's a yellow bird as well.
There's a blue bird, a yellow bird. I think the red bird was back ordered. These would be really cute, like in the window of like a kid's room. Little birds. Okay, just a couple more new ones. These are crochet kits. Liana the raccoon. How did they come up with the names?
I have no idea.
Liana.
But they're the most human names, which is so funny.
They really are. And then Polly the cat has clothes on. She's got a scarf.
I like the ones that have clothes on.
And pants. So cute. And yellow and gray is a classic combo. And should we show one more? This one has clothes. A monkey. This one has a lot of pieces on it. It's got a bow in the hair and a bow on her like overalls.
Wow.
Anyway, we could show you all of them. We have so many, but there's too many to show you. They're all on the website.
Yes.
So you can pick from knit or crochet. Be sure you check that you're getting the craft that you know how to do, or you can learn to crochet.
And if you come in store, the pink ones are crochet and the white ones are knit.
Give me a
That's
white
how
one.
you tell the difference.
Grab a white one. That's a good tip. So pink is crochet and the white is knit. All right, good tip. Okay, let's look at my notes. Okay, what am I wearing? Some of you have seen this downstairs as a store model, and this is this yarn called Poof. Now this yarn has surprised us by being so flippin' popular.
Yes.
And the company Knitting Fever, we get it through Knitting Fever, but it's Louisa Harding, is coming out with new colors. So we ordered all the new colors, and they're going to be here soon. This is a luxurious brushed extra fine merino designed in Tuscany.
Wow.
What?
I used this one myself to make a scarf, and it was so fun, and it weighs nothing.
Yeah, it's really just like a poof. I mean, this is not heavy at all.
Yeah.
This, I think, has been the most popular color because we have a sweater made out of it.
Yes, we have a little sweater.
We didn't bring it over, but
I could try to pull it down if you want.
This is my favorite color. Can you guess? Because it's got the pinks and the oranges and the browns.
I would have expected you to like the sort of green
Well,
yellow
I
one.
do like it. I wish that I could choose the colors of the poofs. I'm just too I'm too picky.
I understand.
But this is the sweater that a lot of people are making.
Believe it or not, also, this model is a small.
Yeah.
And it fits me comfortably as somebody who wears a large.
Really?
So this is a really comfy, oversized sweater.
Yeah, maybe that's part of it. Gosh, I want one. And I know one of our customers is making this double the length so they can fold it over.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. And she's also going to be wearing it with the pearl side facing out.
Ooh.
Because she's using this color, and when she knit it up, all of the poofs were kind of showing up on the pearl side.
Oh, so you want to show off.
Yeah, so she's going to seam it the opposite way and just have a little bit of a different look. So we're getting more of that in.
And new colors.
And new colors. Some are bright, some are subdued. And that brings me to talking about our empty bins. You may have seen that we have empty bins in the store. Hi there. You can come in. Mariana can help you.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to keep talking about the bins. Why are they empty? We have so much yarn in the sale baskets that's on sale. We have so much yarn that's downstairs in the newly renovated, organized basement. And we are keeping these bins open because we are anticipating our new yarn coming in, and it's reserved. So we're not running out of yarn. We could fill this with yarn, but we're keeping the space open for yarn that's coming soon. We've got a luxury cashmere coming soon.
Ooh la la.
From Anzula. And we've got a bunch of other stuff. And then we've got this really fun, chunky multi that's washable and dryable.
Ooh.
So that'll expand our options as far as the Encore Multi Chunky. So we're getting more colors for like baby blankets and stuff like that. So as you look around the store, just keep in mind that those bins are reserved for something exciting. Yes. Okay. Let me try and breathe here for a second. Okay. So, a lot of people have noticed that I have been wearing a brace on my arm. Luckily, I've been in occupational therapy, and it's gotten so much better that I don't have to wear it all the time. Very exciting. I got cleared from my occupational therapist, her name's Diane, to do a little bit of knitting. And when she said small spurts of knitting, I thought, I don't know how I'm going to do that. I really don't know how. And then Linda was teaching the log cabin class, and I've never done that technique before because I guess I just don't see a need for a blanket.
Understandable.
I run warm. But I talked with Linda about the concept, and I decided that instead of a blanket, I was going to make a cardigan. Sort of like, well, exactly like, I'm going to use the schematics of a granny square patchwork cardigan.
Mm-hmm.
There's two designs. I forgot to print them out. One has half squares. The other one doesn't. I'm going to start by just making a bunch of squares and see how it goes. This is my progress. It looks so tiny, doesn't it?
But it'll get much bigger.
So this is the center. It's just 4 ridges, 1 inch by 1 inch. And then each of the rest of the logs will be 4 ridges and 1 inch. And the way that I've been knitting, maybe I'll stand up for this, is with a Shetland knitting belt. Can you see me?
Yes.
Okay. I can't really see past this cowl, so.
Tells you how big and fluffy it is.
Yes, that's really cozy. Okay, so I showed this to my OT, and she was thrilled. The first thing she said, though, was that my needles were too short. These are 10 inch. you need about a 13.5 inch. And guess what's coming by next Monday? An entire set of 13.5 inch carbonized bamboo needles.
Lovely.
Through the shop that sells these. We are not able to get that long of a needle through our distributors, which is tragic and confusing to me. But I did find them online, and we can link to the Etsy shop for those. I think Sil the Dragon also sells sets like this. But this I got from an Etsy shop called Bob and Weave in Minneapolis. And so the concept is, whichever arm you are trying to rest is the side where you anchor your needle. I saw a video of a woman who didn't even have a right arm and was able to knit with just her left arm.
Wow.
Did you say how or wow?
I said wow.
Yeah, my husband sent me the video because he was like, you can come on in. Ooh, a delivery? Ooh, knitting fever yarn.
Now that is some yarn.
Ooh.
You can just leave it there and I'll move it later.
We'll do some box openings
so
later
much.
on.
Have a good
Oh,
day.
thanks, Annie.
You're
Distracted by yarn.
Story of my life.
Okay, so the concept is, well, you have to slip the first stitch of the, she told me it needed to be higher, so I'm just doing this until my needles come in. And the concept is that I'm going to do maybe another video demonstrating this close up, but the concept is that I don't have to do any rotation or any throwing or any holding with my right arm, which is the arm that I'm resting. And she said I could guide it, but I mean, there was a woman who just didn't have it, and it takes a little practice. These needles are a little too slippery with this superwash, but if I can knit, I will knit. Like, I will find a way. And this is the way that I found.
And so it takes the tension off of the stress off of
this
your right arm.
Yeah, and I'm standing now, but when I sit, I still use the Volare pillow underneath to stabilize this, and so I can guide this a little bit. But I'm sort of teaching myself how to be a left-handed knitter. I'm picking instead of throwing, and it's slow because I had to go back to the basics. I'm on a size 8 needle, doing garter stitch. I had all these exciting ideas, but just back to the basics.
Sometimes that's what you gotta do.
Yeah, and it's better than not knitting at all. I've heard people lament about having to use double pointed needles, but in my mind, just any knitting is better than no knitting. And so you switch it, and you can put different angles depending on what you want. And we'll do another video of a close-up of exactly how this works, but I just wanted to tell everyone out there that may have a repetitive stress injury that there is a way to knit with support. And this was approved by my OT, who is loved at the practice that I go to. She's like a really good OT. She's got a lot of clients that have RSIs from knitting. And she's going to recommend this to everybody because she didn't know it existed. And you can wear it on the other side. You can wear it on your thigh. All sorts of ways.
Super useful.
Yeah, I think so. Just makes me feel powerful. Like, I'm gonna, like.
It kind of looks like you're about to joust somebody
Maybe.
with a needle in there.
But like knitting is part of my soul. And not being able to knit for, I mean, I was counting the days. Like an addict, like it's been 60 days since I've knit, and it was just like
that's too many days.
Too long. But what I learned from it was that, let me sit down now. What I learned from this situation was that I was keeping myself really busy, and this wasn't just from knitting, it was from doing life. And a lot of it, like filling all of my time. Like I got my inbox down to 0 for the first time in my entire life because I was just filling up my time. And I just realized that, if I rest now, I can knit later. And if I stretch first, I won't have to stop for months. We hear about knitting stretches on Instagram and it's all cool, and then we never do them. You get home from a long day, you're typing, you're carrying groceries, you're chopping vegetables, and then you plop down and then you just start knitting and your arms are like, but wait, like I need a little bit of stretching and also warming up.
Yeah.
I've been using like these packs that can either be frozen or heated up, and you might see me wearing them in the store, and just warming up my whole arm. We're like athletes basically.
We're like athletes, are we?
You know what? We're like athletes. We got to train like an athlete. We got to treat our body like we're in the Olympics or whatever. You know what I mean? But I could go on for this for a long time and Mariana will stop me, but there's this sort of like notion that like the best and coolest knitters knit for hours on end. And they just go. They're just in the flow and they just go and they don't have to look at it. They can fall asleep. They can watch TV. They can knit in the dark. And it's like this like cool thing to achieve. And I've achieved all that. And I've achieved an RSI because of it. And so I just want us to think a little bit more about taking the breaks.
Down, yeah.
Let me slow down my breath and my, just slowing down. I get so passionate about it, but just slowing down. So that's why I decided to do this project because, the first time that I knitted was this green square and I felt accomplished. And then the next time I got to knit, I get to change colors. That's even exciting. More fun. And I felt accomplished. So doing a project, if you're having an RSI, doing a project that has small increments so that you can feel that rush of accomplishment that knitting always gives me, I think is a smart way to go. Even if it's a swatch where you try a new stitch or like a color work pattern. And maybe we've all heard this before, but taking breaks, impossible. It's like impossible, right? But our videos on YouTube are starting to have ads. You can, after a few seconds, skip them, or you can like stand up and like literally just stand up is good. You can like squat a little bit.
Yeah, use your commercial break to
like hack the system.
Move.
They're wanting you to sit and just wait for that commercial to be over and just waste your time. Do some shoulder rolls, do some breathing, like just don't even watch it. Just breathe. It's going to be like 20 seconds.
All right, we have about 2 minutes left.
Oh, I don't know. Okay. All right, we'll do more videos about all of my passionate things about how to not hurt yourself with knitting. We'll do that more later. Okay, I think the last thing on the list was
it your favorite?
My Kaits Picks.
Yeah.
So this is a segment that we're going to do even when Linda's doing the lives. And mine are going to be so obvious. Okay, the first one is, of course, the hand-dyed silk earrings.
So these are some of your favorite things in the shop right now, right?
Yeah, so I went around and it was really hard to only pick 3 things, but I picked 3 things, and I'm going to tell you why. These are great because they're sterling silver and all that, or hand-dyed silk and all that, but I count these as my mini emergency stash. Like apocalyptic thinking for sure, but if I always have a knitting project with me, even if I can't knit right now, just to have yarn with me. But I was joking with a customer and they were like, oh, that's hilarious. And I was like, well, actually I believe it because I could unwind these and knit with toothpicks.
Yeah.
Like I could make a pom-pom on a fork. Like, you know, I'll figure out a way to knit. If I'm stuck in an elevator and I have these.
I have a pair of those too, and they're like my favorite accessory. I put them on with everything. I'm like, I need to tell the entire world that I knit.
I love yarn. And so maybe that gives you an idea of how anxious I am to not have knitting, that I'm like, these are my mini emergency stash. I will take these apart and knit if I have to. Okay, the other thing that I thought would be really fun to point out is the garden doodle deck from Pacific Knit Co. We've got the garden theme going on with the happy stickers, and we've got a bunch of plants in the window that are growing. In fact, our philodendron, which I just call Phil, we gave him some hooks to go into the window, and he's freaking loving it. So I don't have a garden this year, but if I were to just want to play with some color and do a stitch, I would just grab one of these cards.
Absolutely.
And just make a swatch. And it's not a waste. It's an inspiration for something else.
So true.
We forgot to unplug the phone,
We
but
sure did.
you can go get it, I think. I know. We're about to finish. Okay, so garden doodle deck.
Yes. Also, a great summer pattern is a cowl. I'm working on a cowl right now using one of the other doodle decks.
Yes. Ooh, more deliveries. Yeah, so these, let's show these close up. So there's the vertical cowl that you can make that's pretty traditional.
I'm making one of these.
Yes. And this is
Perfect
the
lap
kind that
project.
I dream of making because it's double-sided and the designs go sideways.
They do.
Which I think is kind of cool because it also shows them off more. These tend to sort of slouch.
That's true.
And I always want to see the pattern. So you get cards that have the instructions on the back on what to cast on for what size and how to doodle with your yarn.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, you know, maybe there's too much pollen to be outside. The air quality's bad. Just garden inside with your yarn.
Yes.
Okay.
Yarn garden.
Last but not least is sort of an oldie but a goodie, is the Cumulus Rainbow. This color is my favorite that we have right now. It's called Campfire Evening. I love fires in the summer, early fall, spring. It's really fun to just get around and sit around a fire. And I just love the brightness of this because on a dull day, I want to wear bright things.
Oh, yes.
This works really great for that seed stitch scarf, but I've kind of dreamed of making sleeves.
Like a shrug sort of
Just kind
situation?
of like just a little bit of a neck and
Yeah.
sleeves because let's face it, like this part of my body does not get very cold. But my arms and
All
my
you
neck
need
do.
is the arms, yeah.
So I've been dreaming about that. So the Kaits Picks are not necessarily going to be things that I'm making, but things that I wish I could be making. And this is one of them. So we've gone past our time
Yes.
because I can talk forever about yarn. I really can. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I want to encourage you all to spend time with your yarn, even if you have an injury. Maybe get a belt if you need some support. Knit whatever you can, even if it's a swatch, because no one should go that long without knitting. My husband was like, he's the one who sent me the video of the belt because he was like, this woman doesn't have a right arm and she's knitting. I think you could figure this out, Kait. Knitting is part of your soul and you need to knit. So with that in mind, I encourage you all to go knit something or go crochet something or just like hold your yarn and fidget with it, organize it, and just go dream. Make some bags of whims and soon there'll be whips, and that's it. So I guess Linda always ends with go knit something, so
Say it one more time.
go knit something.
Perfect.
And we're gonna leave the video on because the ad at the end.
Yes.
We are now monetized, so there's gonna be ads, but I am so excited to keep knitting this, Mariana. My next color is
so
going
great.
to be a speckled orange, yellow,
That is the most you color
brown,
scheme.
gold. I'm very excited about it. All right, we did it. I think we did it.